Welcome back to That's Just Lola. Me and my girl Mel here. We were talking about monogamy, and I guess I should say the lack thereof in the world.
Yes.
I got into a conversation with a buddy of mine yesterday, the guy who'll be on the show next week, as a matter of fact, who absolutely does not believe in it. Mel said earlier to me that she feels like it's not for everybody.
No,
but I want to
not at
know,
all.
I'm so mad that the Facebook Live thing shut down because I really wanted to hear what you guys had to say. Well, actually, I do have a couple of comments that I was able to pull up before the Facebook Live went down. But he says he doesn't believe it's supposed to be that way, which is something that you said earlier, that men specifically are not built to be monogamous. But I beg to differ. I don't know if anybody is. I just think that, like I said, we're socialized as women to believe that if we're not monogamous, then we're whores.
Right.
And so we, shame ourselves into believing that we can't act on our sexuality and our feelings. But most chicks I know, if they thought they could get away with it, they would.
Yes, they would
have a couple of pieces on the side.
Yes, they would.
Right?
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I don't understand why you don't realize that you can get away with it, because women are smarter cheaters than men. And it's not even a matter of being cheaters. Especially, we're just smarter naturally anyway. But it's not even a matter of being cheaters. If you just simply say, and you're upfront, this is what I'm going to do. I mean, why is it that the society has placed so many stigmas on everything. And I'm going to tell you, that's the beauty of the generation that's coming up now, because they don't have any limits. They don't have any fears. They don't give a dog on what you say. If I'm a dude, I want to put on a dress, even if I like women. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? Seriously, you got Jaden. Somebody made a comment on Facebook the other day about Jaden and what's the sister? Willow, saying that I think these are just free black children. They didn't grow up with all the stigmas placed on them and all of you can't do this because you're black, or you can't do this because you're a boy, or you can't do this because you're a girl. They grew up with a greater level of freedom and acceptance. You understand what I'm saying? And higher self-esteems when it comes to certain things.
Yeah, because that little girl ain't got no high self-esteem. She be twisted up in a whole bunch of crazy shit.
Well, I mean, she may have gone a little to the left, or a little far to the left, further to the left than she should have gone. But still, there's a level of freedom that I think that the two of them have, and that a lot of kids their age have, that we didn't have, that we didn't grow up with. We grew up with all these stigmas, and if you do this, you're a hoe, and if you do that too many times.
Oh no, they definitely don't have that. These young girls feel like they can sleep with as many different dudes as they want to on as many different days of the week, and as many different times a day,
as many times a
day as they want to. And I mean, there's certain things physiologically, I guess biologically, that make that a little bit more. Well, actually, we can have sex way more than they can, because we don't have to recover like that, but like men do. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to
get back up.
Yeah, all that. We don't have to do that. So we could actually be real slick a whole lot and do a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning that a lot of women do have side dudes. As a matter of fact, a couple of side dudes. Somebody told me real recently about a girl who would tell people, oh, yes, I have a husband and I have a boyfriend. Okay. So, but when that happens, do you have to tell your husband that you have a boyfriend?
I think you should. First of all, yes, most definitely, because that's another thing about you're not being honest. Why are you not being honest?
Because your husband won't like the fact that you got a boyfriend.
Then you shouldn't have gotten married if you wanted to have a boyfriend.
Well, maybe I didn't want to have a boyfriend when I first got married. But maybe after a while, my husband went from a 10-minute man to a half-a-minute man. And so
then I should be able to tell you if I've married you. I should be able to tell you.
Well, now that's a whole nother conversation.
Okay, well.
Because we ain't marrying people that we supposed to be married to, and that we even know how to talk to and communicate with.
Clearly.
Right. That's not happening in the world. It would be nice if it was, but that's not happening. But I want to say, Connie on Facebook said, yes, it is absolutely possible. It's about what people decide that it's important to them and what they want to do, but that it is something that's very possible.
Yeah, I agree with you, Connie.
I know men that I believe are monogamous, but what I'm learning, oh my God, is that just because I think you are, and just because you never said that you didn't cheat, don't mean you didn't.
Especially if you never said that you weren't going to.
Yeah, I know a couple of situations right now where I don't. Now I used to think that those people didn't mess around, but now I don't think that. Now I think that those people probably did have some. The people that I know.
Oh, okay. Who's she talking about?
Those
these
people
are people.
These are actual people that I know. That those persons that I know, my friends that I often thought would never, that they probably did. And who the hell cares? I mean, the thing is this. I know as women, we can be real emotional beings and we don't want to think about, oh, he was wrapped up with somebody else, you know, doing what he do to me and all of that kind of stuff. And that's the crux of it. Not saying I never felt that way, because I have felt that way. However, like I said before, there's something happening to me right now that is taking me into a new realm. I was telling to the guy yesterday that I went to lunch with that I don't have such a hard line, and maybe it's what the kids are going to do. Maybe it's because we have so many things that say you can do what the hell you want to do, that I'm going into a phase of my life where I feel very unrestricted.
That's good.
I feel like the possibilities are unlimited.
That happens with age also. And not to say that you're getting,
I'm getting older.
Well, we all are. But I think that it happens with age in the sense that, we went through so many things and we didn't die. Nothing fell off. I'm still all right.
Some of it fell down.
Yeah.
Some of it fell down, but it didn't fall off.
Yeah, it did.
Some of it fell down.
Yeah. But you still got it.
But I still got it. It's still there. I might have to lift it up a little bit, but it's still there.
So, but that's my point to it. So I think that we learn, as time goes on, we learn that there are things that we can do, things we can say, places we can go, and I'll still remain me. I'll still be okay. I'll still, everything will be all right. Life is not going to fall apart if I decide to do something out of the norm.
No,
or out of the norm for me, or out of the norm for people.
Yeah, because that's the other thing I learned, that, folks, I can't tell this story because this person, I can't tell this story. I could tell it, but
we don't know who it is.
But I can't tell the stuff surrounding it.
Okay.
So when I was out of town, I contacted somebody that I knew. That's about as deep as I'm gonna be able to go with it. So I contacted somebody that I knew that I was supposed to go and visit, and I didn't get to go visit that person. It's a guy, and I haven't seen him in a while. I don't know him extremely well, but we cool. And so I said, I'm not gonna be able to see you this time. I'm gonna have to check you out next time. He was like, oh man, I really wanted to spank you. Oh.
Have you been spanked before by him?
Anyway, I really wanted to spank you. No, I've never been spanked by him. And so I really, did your mic fall off?
Oh, snap. My mic fell off.
That's okay. Well, get your mic. That's okay. That's all right. So he said, I really wanted to spank you. And then he sent me a picture of a man spanking a woman with her bent over a table and her hands tied. So I would never have thought that this person would have sent me that picture. Okay? Not that he couldn't have been into that, but I would never have thought you would have sent me that picture. You know who you are. I would never have, kind of tripped me out. And so I sent him back a picture, but we don't have to talk about that. So I sent him back a picture of something.
Were you spanking him?
Kind of something like that, right? But not me spanking him, but just something to let him know that I didn't think he was completely horrible.
Okay.
Right. Just to let him, because people do stuff like that and you don't want to make them feel like, oh God, now she thinks I'm a, psycho freak. So I sent him back something to let him know that, it's, that's fine. That's cool or whatever. But I was so shocked that but all of that to say, like she said, the freedom that people feel nowadays, you got people doing BDSM. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Look it up and find out what BDSM is. SM should give you a clue.
I don't know.
It's bondage.
So that's that dominatrix stuff.
Dominatrix. The S is sadomasochism. I don't like the S and the M. I don't like any of it. So I don't like none of it. Ain't nothing wrong with a little spanking every now and again. However, what you got to say?
Nothing. Not a daggone thing.
However, people are into all kinds of stuff. Like, as I talk to folks, they into swinging. There's all these.
Oh yeah, there's swingers clubs.
There's the BDSM clubs. There's a movie on what is it? Oh God, Billionaire. Billions that comes on Showtime. And the show is a series, and it opens up with this woman with her heel in the man's back, right? And he's tied up, and he's like a district attorney, not a district attorney, but even bigger than that, U.S. attorney. And this is their thing. I mean, and they go to a club together, and he's not allowed to go to that club unless she goes to that club with him. Mm-hmm. Right? So we're going to get into that even a little bit deeper one day. Not today, but I'm just saying that's out there in the world. And usually, people of color like to act like they don't do no different type shit.
Yeah.
But we know y'all doing it.
Everything is missionary.
We know y'all doing it. We know y'all doing it. Y'all got whips and chains and floggers and nipple piercings and rings and clips and all kind of crazy stuff.
Butt balls,
Benoit balls, butt plugs, all kind of stuff like that.
What's that? Oh, that's my butt plug.
That's my butt plug. What's that for? Right. So, and people got all kind of stuff going on, but, I'm telling y'all, if you out there and you one of those people, don't be feeling bad, Twan.
Yeah, please don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad, Twan, because there are people out there doing all kind of stuff. You are not alone in the BDSM. You are not alone with your swinger club. You are not. I don't belong to a swinger club. I don't belong to a BDSM club. Let me say that right now. I'm talking about it because it exists. Does not mean I belong to it. I might open up one, but I don't actually belong to one.
And then there's that polygamy thing.
Yeah, well, what's that? Being married to more than one person?
Yeah, and then there's that what is that? Polyamorous or you're a poly?
What is? I heard that before, but what is that?
That's where you are open. It's pretty much an open relationship that you may be. It could be a man and two women, or it could be two men and a woman. Or three women, or several women.
Because I've heard somebody say they were polyamorous before, but I didn't know what that
was. Man, the stuff.
That means you love everybody. You love a lot of people.
You love,
because amor, that's rooted that is love. So that means you loving up on everybody.
Loving up on everybody. That's pretty much
a lot of people. You loving on everybody.
There's no restrictions, basically.
I mean, I'm not saying I don't want any restrictions ever, because I definitely want restrictions.
I need some restrictions.
I need restrictions. But what I am saying is that I'm not judging you if you don't have any restrictions. I
need you to have some restrictions.
Right. See, and that's the other thing. Folks want you to be monogamous, but they don't want to be monogamous. So they want to swing their thing all over the place, but they don't want you to swing. That's what's I think my friend Jeff that's coming here next week. I think that's his prerequisite. Oh, you can't sleep with nobody else, but he got 4-5 chicks. So what kind of fragganackle bull is that?
Yeah, but if you agree to it, what kind of fragganackle bull are you?
No, if you agree to it, then that's fine. But I'm not agreeing to that.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree to that either.
I'm not agreeing to that. If you can swing your thing,
there are a lot of people who will agree to that. I wouldn't agree to it.
No, I'm not agreeing to that.
But
I'm not agreeing to it. Before, I would not have agreed to it because I didn't want you to be with nobody else. But now I ain't agreeing to it because I don't want to be restricted to just being with you. How about that?
Exactly. You can have your fun, but I'm gonna have mine too.
I done growed up. How about that?
Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. There you go. Growing up.
I done growed up. So it's not because I'm mad because you sharing. I'm mad because I can't go find somebody to share with too. That shit ain't fair.
Exactly. What's that?
I don't know. There's all kind of stuff flying around. Did you see that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a missile. Okay, you guys. Well, we're gonna finish talking about this when we come back. After our break, we talking about monogamy, we talking about polyamorousness, we talking about BDSM, all kinds of stuff. We'll be right back with That's Just Lola.